Hey guys, today I'm filming a tutorial using the products that I got when I was over in the UK. The first one will be the Naked 2 palette. I'll also be using the Hoola Benefit bronze, and the other one that I'm using is the Rockature Benefit blush, which is fantastic for day to day. It's a colour that suits my skin tone. It does suit many skin tones, so that's a fantastic one if you're looking for a universal blush for your collection. I'll also be using a couple of other things that I got. One of them is the Professional Primer. I always use a primer when using foundation, especially liquid foundation. It does help the makeup stay on all day, so that's the products that I'll be using. Let's get started. So I've just put the primer all over my face. It's a silicone primer, so it does fill in all the pores and the fine lines, which is fantastic. This one is actually very different to any of the other primers that I've used. It's skin coloured, so most of them are clear. I don't think it's made any difference really to the colour of my skin, but there you go. So this is the Stay Perfect number 7. Where I am is Cool Vanilla. I generally put product on the back of my hand. 2 pumps is probably more than enough. Most times I only use 1. I'm actually going to be using my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. I love this, saves me time. Always use beauty blenders and sponges damp so that they don't absorb your product, because otherwise you'll find that you're using a lot more product than you need to, because they absorb it. If it's damp, sounds a bit posh then. If it's damp, it won't absorb the product. So I just go all over my face with the foundation. The other reason I like using a beauty blender is because it gives me a sheer coverage and I don't feel like makeup is caked on. I love using the sponge to be able to blend concealer because it covers but without heavy cakingness. I use a primer when I do my eyes. This one I actually got from Cheapest Chips. There's a brand in Cheapest Chips called Jordana, which is an American brand, and I love it. It's just like a light pink skin tone, like cream-based. Looks like a cream-based eyeshadow, but it's not. And when you put it all over your eyelid, it hides all those veins and discoloration in your eye, so it gives you that blank canvas for when you're doing eyeshadow. When using like a cream-based eyeshadow, you do have to set it with a powder so that you don't end up with creases. So I'm just patting that all over my Naked 2 palette. So I'm going to be taking the 5th colour along, which is Tease. In the mirror you're going to see the lovely view that you've got from like a window. So I'm just going to be taking that one through the crease. If you can hear that, that's actually Connor. So that's through the crease. And then I'm going to be taking, that was with a fluffy brush, just one that I got off of eBay. I collect a lot of my brushes off of eBay. I'm a brush addict. Then I'm going to be taking the, I'm moving the camera, 3rd one along, Booty Call. I love the names of eyeshadows, they're hilarious. And I'm putting that on the 1st third of my eye as a highlight. The more eyeshadow you put on, it's better to do it light layers and continue to layer. That's what's going to make the makeup last longer, that longevity, as well as your eyeshadow primer. I always do under eye concealer last, in case I get any fallout. That way I can tidy it up and then fix it. Colour suspect. This one. And I'm going to put that over. Oh, that's pretty. I haven't used all these colours before. No wonder people rave about this palette. The key to good eyeshadow, as I figured out, which took me many years, is a blending brush. A fluffy blending brush. This one's actually tinted blue because I used it with blue wet pigment and stained it. Whoops. But that's okay. It's still clean and it still works. So always go back and forth and blend the lines. In the outer corner, I am going to do that one. This is a small bullet brush. You don't actually need this many brushes. Again, I'm a makeup artist. I tend to use a lot of brush. That's the last colour, darkest one there. It's called Busted. Dark colours, I found, tend to have a lot of fallout. So this is why I tend to not do the concealer. I'm taking this on that, almost drawing a V on the outside of my eye, just to elongate it slightly. Blending brush. I am going to take a bit of that Busted and just on the outer side of my eye. And again, going back in just with a blending brush, just to soften the edges. And now I'm going to do eyeliner. I always choose to do pencil eyeliner when I'm doing it softer. I'm going to use black eyeshadow to smudge along the eyeliner line because that's the look that I like. And it makes it neater. So if you haven't been perfectly neat, it'll make it neat, which is fantastic. So just along where the eyeliner is and into the lash line a bit. Always tap off the excess because you'll end up with a lot of fallout otherwise. And I'm going to use the lightest one here. That's actually a matte colour. And I'm going to use that as a brow bone highlight. As you get older, your brow bone starts to drop more, which on this eye you can see clearly it's actually giving me a hood, which is like covering the mobile lid. The mobile lid's the part obviously that it's mobile, that blinks, that moves. So by putting a little bit of highlight along here, it's like having an instant brow lift. It just lifts it all up. I do need to fill in my brows though. And I'm obsessed with this one, which I have to be able to try and order online now. It's that number 7, again the UK brand. Beautiful eyebrow. Now it's a sculpting pencil. This end there's a spoolie, which is obviously looks like the mascara wand, which is fantastic for going through your brows and just putting them all in the right direction, neatening them up. Second part is the pencil. The pencil part of this is unique because I actually haven't seen one here like this in Australia, and it is on an angle like this. It's a triangle and it is fantastic for sculpting my eyebrows out. Does any of you fill in your brows? Or do you want a more detailed brow tutorial? So I'm going to use my concealer. This one is the number 7. This again is the brand from the UK, Instant Radiance Concealer. And she recommended it for highlighting under my eyes and concealing because it's actually a really thin concealer. Just going to use my ring finger and block that. Oh. Concealer is a fantastic way for cleaning up a mess that you've made. And defining lines. Concealer is like your eraser in your pencil case. So any mistakes you make, you can just erase them with concealer, neaten them up, clean them up. Use a small concealer brush, one like this. You put a little bit of concealer on it and you can just consider it an eraser. Just cleans up any lines, which is fantastic. So highly recommend getting yourself concealer and a concealer brush. Now I should set it all with powder. A Starless Fresh and Flawless. I am almost finished this one, but not quite. I'm going to use my beauty blender and pat on the powder. It gives you just a perfect finish. Love it. And mascara. I never put on mascara without curling my lashes. I was not blessed with beautiful full lashes, so I always curl my lashes. Looks like the most scary contraption in the world, but it's not. And I prefer the one that doesn't link on your fingers. I don't like things that connect on my fingers like that. At least I can just drop it if I needed to. And I love this one. This is the Essence range, which is the Get Big Lashes Volume Boost, and it's waterproof. Waterproof mascaras are fantastic if you've got flat lashes, because once you've curled them, it'll actually hold your lashes curlier for longer. I do love mascara. I could have 3 things in my makeup box. It would be my eyebrow pencil, mascara, eyelash curler, that doesn't count, and red lipstick. Pretty eyes. And dark red lips. I'm using Ben Nye Maroon. I went through a phase because I'm a makeup artist. I cut all my lipsticks off and stuck them in jars, which was really great, but now I don't have all my lipsticks on, so I love deep reds and burgundies to wear in winter. That's that done. And now do a little bit of bronzer. Through the hollows of my cheeks. Don't take it in any further than your eyebrow though. That was really clever of me. And blush. This smells so good. Like soap. So weird, but I love it. And that's it. All done. Ready to go do makeup for the day and feel sexy with my red lip.